My name is Jason, and I'm on my way to be a self-sufficient farmer. In this video, I want to show you what we've done this year. This year we've put in grapes, raspberries, blackberries, and a covered strawberry box. Now, there's a lot of expense in making this strawberry box. I guess I probably got close to about $80 in it. But I got tired of sharing my strawberries with the birds and the chipmunks and the family dog who loves ripe strawberries. So let's talk about a little bit what's going on here. First of all, there's a lot of weeds. Today is the first sunny day I've had, and I'll wait till this evening. I'll get out there and do some weeding. We've got our pea trellises. And of course, our broccoli and our onions. Let me take some interest here. This is made from my old antenna pole. The aerial antenna used to be on the house that I live in. So I took a 2x2 square tubing. I beveled the end of it. I pounded it in the ground. I made a round ring, welded it on there, took some string, and tied it to a plate that I had welded and drilled holes on the top. And then at the flea market, I found a solar fence post cap that I put on top, which is pretty funny. Then what I did was I built a ring around the bottom and I covered it with dirt. Of course, once the plants start growing, the pole beans that I planted, we'll hill those up. And there's a few growing there. But basically I made use of the material that I had. The tubing was new. This is called the Purdy Cucumber Factory. This was made from some leftover pine trees, or excuse me, maple trees that I trimmed out, and I lashed it together with some jute because that's what I had on hand at the time. And I'll go over that with some nylon. And as you can see, there are some small plants growing, and I'll have to thin those out as they get bigger. And that'll keep our cucumbers off the ground. Now, one of the oldest techniques that I can remember my grandfather teaching me is use of newspaper and grass clippings. So here you have my row of bell peppers, and we eat a lot of bell peppers. I laid newspaper down around those and covered them up with grass clippings. And that'll help keep the weeds down from around the plants. And I did that same thing with my tomato plants. That makes sure that I can spend a lot more time fishing this summer than out here weeding in the garden. Now, I told you it's been raining, so we're going to finish the rest of our garden the same way that we've done this, including the pole beans. The peas are done, and I ran out of grass, and now I ran out of time because it started to rain. Up here we have another raised bed. That's lumber that came off my property. It was already here. The people that owned this place before ran a small sawmill, and they left stacks of this just oak, stacks of it behind my shop. So I planted my carrots and my lettuce there. To the right of me is another raised bed. Financially, I don't have the money to cover it, but I think there's enough plants here that I can share them with my dog and the birds. Altogether, we planted 128 strawberry plants this year. That means we'll have plenty for pies, jams, and desserts.